Beware of spoilers. And also please subscribe to my channel if you like this content. SYLVIE seems to have changed after her encounter with He Who Remains. Before that, she was fully committed to helping the cause, meaning that she wanted to stop the TVA from pruning alternate timelines because she grew up running from this organization. However, in this episode, SYLVIE chooses to avoid a battle that could reshape the fate of the multiverse. But let's make a quick recap. This new episode starts with Loki and Mobius in London during 1977, and they're looking for X5, who apparently has gone AWOL. It turns out that the former TVA hunter has occupied his place within the sacred timeline, as Brad Wolfe, an actor who is at the premiere of his latest film, Zaniac. The story is a bit similar to that of Kingo's, who hides his true self by being an actor, and there is actually a movie poster of one of his latest films during this scene. After a brief chase, Loki uses his powers to trick X5 and to catch him using some sort of shadow projection that actually looked really neat. Then the episode focuses on Loki and Mobius interrogating X5, the thing that inspired this episode's title, Breaking Bread. And at first, they are not able to do it. The former hunter knows their tactics, and he was good at his job, giving him the ability to turn the tables, to intimidate Loki emotionally, and to completely enrage Mobius. After they use a more radical approach with a good cop, bad cop tactic, X5 finally tells them where and when SYLVIE is hiding. As we know because of the mid-credit scene of the previous episode, she's hiding in Oklahoma in 1980, but in a branched timeline. When they go to find SYLVIE, who now happily works at McDonald's, X5 starts to get anxious. After she enchants him, they figure out that General Dux has planned to keep pruning the new alternate timelines. After a brief fight scene, they are able to stop her and her hunter loyalists. Then they go to the TVA to measure the casualties, but SYLVIE just decides to return to her new home. However, during this time, Casey and Ouroboros need to fix a device at the temporal loom to prevent the TVA from breaking down. And for that, they need the temporal aura of the person who built it, meaning He Who Remains. I thought this episode was really good because it offered different perspectives on characters we already knew. For example, SYLVIE joins the battle against General Dux for one scene, but then she chooses to leave the cosmic matters to Loki and the TVA. And I know that she doesn't see it this way, but I do think that she leaned towards the path of least resistance. Because, as Loki pointed out, it is harder to say. And I know that working at McDonald's is not an easy job, like at all. But I do think that McDonald's works here as a symbol of American consumerism, capitalism, and ultimately as an ordinary opposition to everything that she's gone through. And I also got excited when Loki finally used his powers, because during the previous season, he was always holding back his abilities. And I hope we get to see a better scope of his skills during this time. And I found really interesting that the interrogation process helped us understand Mobius in a deeper way, because we now know that he is afraid of his life in the sacred timeline. And because of all of this, I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. It was a bit formulaic, but overall pretty well executed. But what do you think? Do you give it a higher or lower score? Comment below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and for now, I'm out.